Hi, so today I'm going to talk about the series finale of How I Met Your Mother. No, I know, I don't know if I can, handle talking about it right now. Yeah, okay. Before I get started, I would like to issue 2 warnings. First, there will be some moments with lots of profanity, so if that's something you're sensitive to, you should be aware of that. Second, there will be spoilers. I am going to talk about things that were not expected before the finale happened, so if you have not seen the finale yet, go and do that. Do not watch this first. This will ruin everything. Just kidding. The show's producers or writers or whoever else made the decisions for how the show would end ruined everything. Before I get into why the finale made the last 9 seasons of the show a huge load of frustrating bullshit, let's talk about how each character's story is wrapped up. First is Lily. Let's be super clear about Lily's purpose in the finale. She's there to cry, presumably to remind the audience that they should be crying because the excellent show is coming to an end, and to be a baby factory. We know that she's given up her dream job because of the difficulties of having a baby overseas, but in the finale we learn, oh wait, we don't learn anything about if she goes back to work or if she decides to pursue artist career while Marshall takes the hard road to follow his dreams, or if she goes back to teaching, or if she decides that she loves being a mother and decides to stay home and take care of the kids. What we do learn is that Lily gets real sad when people travel a lot and move and stuff. Really, she's a plot device that lets us see the big events in everyone else's lives, which is important. It's cool. It's not like she's played by a great actress who has the ability to portray incredible depth, or she has already been shown to be a complex character with many passions and interests outside of her love for her husband. As for Marshall, he goes back to corporate law and he hates it and he's very unhappy until he becomes a judge, and right at the end we find out he's going to run for state Supreme Court. Also, he and Lily eventually move out of the apartment. I really have no other commentary on his character in the finale. He didn't do much outside of what we would expect from him. Now, Robin and Barney's story arcs are where we start getting really frustrated. Because yeah, Marshall and Lily are supposed to be static and in love, and that's awesome. Robin and Barney, on the other hand, are explosive. We spend all of season 9 being reminded of why their love is important, and why they're going to be okay, and why their marriage is a good idea, and then they get divorced because Robin has to travel too much and they're fighting, and Robin is focused on her work, which she always has been, and Barney is focused on his blog, which he always has been. And that's fine, and actually it doesn't piss me off, except when we see more Barney's storyline. He bounces back to his bachelor ways. It's weird and annoying and uncomfortable after seeing so much growth in his character's ability to connect to someone. And after scoring a perfect month, gets a girl pregnant. Though by this point he's probably slept with over 300 women, and I have a really hard time believing that this is the first time he's ever gotten one pregnant, but whatever. This changes him. He's suddenly saying the kinds of things he never thought he'd say to a woman romantically to his little baby girl in a fatherly love kind of way. And it's actually kind of beautiful, and I cried a little bit. However, we never find out what the deal with the mother of his child is. Was she super young and not ready to deal with the responsibilities of being a parent? Do she and Barney raise the girl together? Do they end up living together? What is her name? If they actually told us any of those things, it would seem like they actually cared about the women they wrote into this last season. Presumably Barney's only love ever is Robin, and 31, because that's the only thing Barney's the mother is ever called, is his baby factory. Then there's Ted's the mother, Tracy McConnell. She is awesome. She's beautiful, she has great dialogue with Ted, they have similar interests, and they have perfect fairy tale love. It's awesome. Other things we know about her from Ted's perspective: she's the mother of their children, and she dies 6 years before Ted tells their kids this story. Their meeting and their wedding and pretty much every interaction they have together ever is adorable, and I love it. But for some stupid fucking reason, those dick-brained, shit-sipping asshole decision-makers decided that the whole reason Ted was telling their kids this story 6 years after she died is because he's still in love with Robin and he wants to ask her out again? Really, that moment when Robin floats away from him like a balloon and all the learning he's done in season 9 means nothing. He can never grow past who he was when he met Robin. Cool. That means that instead of being the most important companion in his life, Tracy is also a baby factory. One that likes the same dorky stuff as him. Awesome. So this brings the baby factory count up to 3 for the finale. And 2 of them are sort of thrown in to fix the issue where Robin can't give either Ted or Barney kids, and kids are important to both their storylines. So awesome job on that one, decision makers. You're doing great things. Overall, there were some mad cute moments, especially anything we saw between Ted and Tracy. I'm a huge fan. So, holy shit, I just realized TM, Ted Mosby, Tracy McConnell, the mother. Anyway, the big picture of this finale was highly disappointing. I understand wanting to surprise your audience by telling them that the framework for the story you've been telling them for the past 9 years is not what they thought. That's awesome! I imagined a surprise series ending a couple weeks ago where Ted actually kills the mother at the St. Patrick's Day party and this is the life he imagines with her as he devours her corpse. That would have been a way to go out on top, y'all! I've seen some discussions where people defend this episode as being realistic with the kind of sadness it portrays. I totally get why you might say that. Marshall probably was super sad until he became a judge. Barney and Robin's divorce is totally understandable based on the ideals each of them has held throughout the series. God damn it! Why would you send Ted back to Robin at the last second? Why would she suddenly want him there? Why wouldn't he have met someone over the last 13 years whom he might have wanted to try dating or something? It's just frustrating, stupid bullshittery and not at all in line with the way the characters have developed or the way real life happens. So yeah, I'm not gonna take "it's realistic" as an acceptable response for why the finale pissed off pretty much everyone ever. In the end, I didn't hate every moment of the finale, but I did hate a lot of the moments. And so, I'd like to crown Last Forever, the series finale of the hit CBS show How I Met Your Mother, the worst ending to a television series ever. If you think I'm right, that's awesome. If you think I'm wrong, that's also awesome. If you think I missed some particular nuance, that's great. Please let me know. I would love to continue having a discussion about this show. Now that all of that is out of the way, it's VEDA. Make sure you check back every day in April for new videos, and check back tomorrow as I go on an adventure. If you have any ideas for things I should do for the next 28 days, please let me know. I still have plenty of empty space where I have not come up with anything, because I barely come up with anything. I can't show you an embarrassing childhood thing today. Too angry.